A very good morning. Thanks for clicking on to the Friday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. We continue to see temperatures into the low 40s, record breaking 40s across Sicily, Sardinia, and Corsica, as well as a good chunk of mainland Italy as well. That 40-degree heat extends into the Balkans and in the southeastern parts of Europe as well. All the while, we've got low pressure here to the east of Orkney. That is continuing to uh, uh, bring its influence of cool, showery, breezy conditions across the majority of the UK. But certainly, while the UK is under the trough, that is essentially what is driving the heat out of Africa across the Mediterranean and into southern parts of Europe. Now, as we continue to skip through the rest of this week and into the weekend, looks as if with a cool northwesterly airflow in the rear of this area of low pressure over the Norwegian Sea, we're going to continue to see this rather cool, unsettled theme. With the sunshine, it feels fairly pleasant, but in the showers and in the breeze, it feels distinctly autumn-like. And it looks as if we are going to see more wet weather person during Sunday. Another area of low pressure comes in off the Atlantic. That one will clear, and it looks as if we're going to maintain a fairly cool, showery theme through the first half of next week. Cold front pushes through, drives south, bringing some fairly heavy, thundery rain along that boundary through England, Wales, and into the near continent here. We could see some very lively thunderstorm activity as that cold front sweeps into the hot air mass. Eventually, the temperatures will come down over south central parts of Europe, but it will take its time reaching places like Italy. Once we go into Wednesday, you see an area of high pressure, a very strong area of high pressure that will eventually start to build its way into the UK. Exactly how far north this high, this Azores high, extends remains to be seen, but it looks as if we are going to end the work week. According to the latest GFS and recent runs of the GFS, we should have a warmer, drier, sunnier theme even across Northern Ireland and Scotland, where it's been very, very limited in recent times. We should have that influence through the second half of the next week and into the weekend here. Eventually, another Atlantic area of low pressure will push through during next weekend, and then that system will clear away. More high pressure builds in. So what I think is going to start to take place is at the moment we've got low pressure dominating, high pressure very much the minor player in the field here. What I think is going to happen as we push towards the middle part of the month is we're going to have low pressure still influencing the UK weather picture, but I think high pressure will become that little bit more dominant, more influential in our weather. It will have interludes of frontal systems pushing across the UK, but I think on the whole, the overall emphasis will lean more towards high pressure, and hopefully that may be a sign of something changing as we go from mid to late August. Now, another thing that I want to draw your attention to at this time of the year, quite often we start to see the tropics liven up. We have heat transfer from the tropics up into the mid latitude region, and that tends to interact with our jet stream. It tends to bring influence, increasing stormy weather, but also increasing high pressure, warm, sunny weather as well. And what I think is going to happen is as we start to see a more active tropical Atlantic, we are going to have a recast of the atmosphere. This is a prime time of the year, August, September, even into October, where we'll see the weather pattern change in response to the tropics. So I'm optimistic that we will see something change. We are going to maintain this cool and settled theme, I think, unfortunately, through the next week or so. But I think as we go towards the 10 to 15-day period, we are going to start to see things somewhat changing. And hopefully we can have more influence of high pressure and therefore drier, sunnier, and warmer days in response to that. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in the next few days. Bye for now.